Good afternoon, dear participants. I am Dr. Ganesh Shukla, working as assistant professor in the Department of Industrial and Production Engineering, Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya. Today's my topic of presentation is sustainability through green manufacturing. As we are encountering lots of talk, articles in news, how we can achieve this sustainability, what is the sustainability development, and how green manufacturing can contribute to achieve this objective, because everywhere around the world this is happening, and this is a very burning and contemporary topic to achieve sustainability along with the development, because development does not fulfill the I should say that the need of the countries, need of the world. Then development must have the different aspects of the sustainability, and here I will try to relate how the green manufacturing can help to achieve the sustainable development. Let's moving forward. I will cover my presentation in a following way. Initially, I will cover the basic definitions, what is a development, what is sustainable development and its different goals. Then now, after having understanding of sustainable development and its goals, then I'll try to relate and try to establish a relationship between manufacturing, conventional manufacturing. First, I'll introduce the conventional manufacturing, different terminologies of the production activities, production processes, difference between the operation and production management. Then, after having discussed all these things, then we'll try to relate how the manufacturing and sustainability can be go ahead one by one. Objectives of the traditional and green sustainable manufacturing will also be discussed here, and then I will throw the light on 6R approaches of GM and why companies should pursue green sustainable manufacturing. That would be the last topic, and this is a very conceptual presentation today, so that we must have, and the focus group is for this presentation is the undergraduate students. They must understand what is the sustainable development, and specifically the students, those who belongs to the community, or I can say that the stream of the manufacturing, mechanical and production. Then how the production can be made more sustainable. Then here just I'll discuss about the basic concept of the manufacturing as well as the relationship between the manufacturing, how we can make the manufacturing more sustainable. Then in further videos we'll bring more detailed topics also. Then moving forward, just let me have, you might have heard about the definition of the sustainable development. This is a discussion started in the year 1980s around the world, and there was one committee which was made by the USA, government of USA, and that is the committee's name is Brundtland Land, and the definition came in year 1987. According to this report, sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. What do you understand by this? Because what we are doing actually, what world is doing actually, we are developing. Development is what? Development in terms of the economy. Every country, every individual wants to develop his or herself. The country wants to develop their countries. But at the cost of what? That development should be sustainable for the long period of the time. It should not only be focused to the economic aspects only, we must have that much of the GDP. So there should be a development, we should consider this sustainable. It should be sustainable for the long period of the time. Then another researchers have given the definition. Sustainable development can be defined as an approach to the common development of a country without compromising with the quality, environment and future generation. Means we know the natural resources are very limited. We have only one Mother Earth, and the pace, the rate, what we are utilizing and extracting from the Mother Earth, then as per the report of the government of USA, if the pace of the exploitation of the natural resources is similar, then by 2050 we need 3 equal Earths. Can we create to fulfill our requirement? No, never ever. Then everyone should think about how we can sustain, how we can make the processes, how we can make the manufacturing, or I should say the development, so that the natural resources can be exploited in a limited way, and it should be sustainable, so that the coming generations, after year and year, after 2050, 2060, the availability of resources would be equal what we are utilizing right now. Then another definition, in the name of economic development, the price of environmental damage is paid to in the form of land degradation, soil erosion, deforestation, exploitation of the natural resources. Is it right? To developing the countries, to develop economical perspective, do we think about this, how we can develop without compromising with these natural resources? Then these are the questions which are forcing the people to think about. That's why this is the important aspects, at least at UG level itself, people should understand, so that in future if they will have a responsibility of something to contribute in a country, to contribute in some industry, then they must have this kind of the basic understanding, so that they may consider properly how we should develop along with the conservation of the natural resources. Moving forward, then you might have also heard about the sustainable goals. That is also, there are the 17 sustainable goals given by the Brundtland report. All the goals are related to somehow addressing to the different aspects of the society. And so I'm not going to read one by one all the goals. You can refer the slides and you will come to know about what are the goals. And here I would like to focus more because this is the topic where this is the content which I am going to consider here is goal number 12 is the sustainable consumption and responsible manufacturing. Then that is one of the goal out of these 17 goals which addresses, and I should say that this goal can be achieved with the help of changing the conventional manufacturing, then only we can achieve this goal. So these are the 3 pillars of the sustainability. As you can observe that this is a social, ecological and economic. Sometimes ecological is also referred as a environmental. So these are the 3 dimensions. Means why these 3 dimensions are, because suppose let us assume you are the businessman and you want to do the business. Why we are doing the business? Why we are doing the business? That is for the, then these are the 3 pillars. Why these are called the 3 pillars? As you know, suppose you want to become a businessman or manufacturer of some product XYZ. You want to start the company. Then what is your ultimate objective to open that manufacturing business? Just to have a economic profit. Is it sufficient being a entrepreneur? Yes. Previously, in old days, that economic agenda was leading, and that's why people were doing the business. They are not considering other aspects. That's why there are another aspects. Simultaneously, if you are doing the businesses, then you should keep along with economic aspects, 2 other aspects are social and economic. Then you can see that intersection of all 3 dimensions is called the sustainable. Means your business, your businesses, I can say that the activities which are related to the business should be consider all three aspects, and you must have the optimum result. Not only in one dimensions you are leading and other dimensions you are lacking. Then you must have the balance between all three dimensions. So what are the three dimensions here? Social, economic, and environmental. Okay? Then if you'll go and in considering all three dimensions of the sustainability, then only you can achieve and you can reach towards the sustainable development. One dimension cannot fulfill, either it is environmental only, economic only, or social. Then SDG goals and three pillars of the sustainability. How these are the, I should say that the mapped. Okay, so these are the representation, which goals are related to which dimensions of the sustainability. Okay, so there are the 17 different goals, and these 17 different goals are here mapped, or you can say that according to the pillars they are kept over here, and which is more focused towards which dimension of the sustainability. Then easily you can go through these slides and you will be able to understand which goals is referring to which dimensions of the sustainability. Then I can say that all the 17 goals are made keeping in mind that all three dimensions of the sustainability should be achieved. Then this is what I'll say here, because today's my presentation is totally focused on the goal number 12. Because being a production engineer, then I want to emphasize that how we can make our manufacturing process more sustainable. Then how we can, then that thing addressed by the goal number 12 of the SDG. What actually goal number 12 says? Responsible consumption and production related activities. Means just to sake of making a product, a manufacturer or a production engineer or manufacturing company should not make the product. Means responsible consumption. Responsible consumption here highlights or refers to the consumption of the natural resources which are very limited. Then we should make our production in such a way so that your product should also be made with a minimum number of the resources. Resources can be what? Raw materials, energy, manpower, and the negative consequences of the manufacturing should not be, means we cannot eliminate all the negative consequences of the manufacturing, but the agenda is to eliminate negative consequences as much as possible. Now, moving forward, how we can achieving sustainable development. It can be achieved by the restricting human activities. Unnecessarily human activities should not be happened. Technological development should be input effective and not utilizing. Means we must have that kind of the technologies which can help to enhance the efficiency of the system so that the requirement of the input should be less and output is a maximum. Then there is a need to develop that kind of the technology. Then the third one is the rate of consumption should be not surpass the rate of salvation. Consumption rate should not be more than the production rate. We should take care of that thing also. For renewable resources, the rate of consumption should be not surpass the rate of production of renewable substitutes. Here means we must have the less rate of the consumption as compared to the less production rate. All types of pollution should be minimized. That is one way by which you can achieve the sustainable goals. I will relate in further slides. It can be achieved by the sensible use of natural resources. That is very important. Underline the word sensible. Why this is written sensible? Sensible plays a very crucial role here. Means we should use, suppose let us assume in our daily life also what we'll do is, water is one of the important natural resource. Then you might have observed in a in household activities, suppose a family which has a two family members, husband, wife, and then one small kid. Small kid means I should say that the age of small kid is 8 years. Then you might have observed that the small kid always drinks water using the different glass. Steel glass, I should say right now here, steel. Because every households nowadays, they are domestic help. Then number of glasses are 8 to 7 which is used by the small kid in a house. Then when household comes and she uses to wash those glasses, and to washing those 8 number of the glasses required a lot of water. So have you given the thought whether that 8 number of glasses were required to have a water by that small kid? No. We can restrict to our small kids in our houses. You should take 1 glass and you should drink water whenever you feel thirsty. Then you can reuse, because you might have observed also that to have a water from a glass means 1 glass. If we take a water 1 time, it does not mean that that glass is dirty now. It's not required to wash. Then in that way, if we'll implement this kind of the activities, then that's why that sensible natural resource utilization. We should not consider that the water is ample. In some day will come, and you might have seen in India itself, there are lots of the district and states which are means there is a less water resources. Then we should consider in that way. So that is the importance of the sensible use of the natural resources. Now moving forward, then how manufacturing or production can help towards sustainable development. Then now the question comes, after discussing, after having said that the importance of the sustainable development, what are the pillars, what are the goals, then now I'll bring the domain, that is production domain, or I should say, I should refer here as a manufacturing. Then how manufacturing can contribute, because goal number 12 of SDG says about the responsible and sensible consumption and utilization of the natural resources. Then how manufacturing can help? You might have seen lots of the wastage are from the manufacturing company. In further slides, I'll quote the data also how manufacturing is important, as well as, because every coin has 2 faces, some negative and some positive. Then now I'll talk about here. I should say that manufacturing has been playing very crucial role in crucial role to development of any country, because if we take the example of the India, then the contribution of the manufacturing is around, I should say, 18% or 20% in the GDP. Then you can imagine that what is the amount of that thing, how the manufacturing is important for any country. Similarly, on the other hand, and the manufacturing sector also provides a lots of employment also. Then on the other hand, these are the positive aspects of the manufacturing. Then on the other hand, you might have seen lots of the carbon emission, wastage, and water resource use by the manufacturing company, raw material utilization of the manufacturing company. Then now, how we can make it, how we can reduce these negative aspects of the manufacturing to achieve the goal number 12 of the sustainable development. Then I'll start here from the basics of the production. Then first I'll discuss the basics of the production. Then thereafter I'll discuss about how we can make this conventional production to achieve the goal number 12. What we should do is, what are the small techniques which can help you to achieve the sustainable development, and that is called the green manufacturing or green production. Then basic of production is what? We know that thing, and I brought here a wonderful example for you people. This is one of the example of the pancakes company which provides the pancakes, and the target is 7,000 pancakes, 500 eggs are required, 5,500 eggs are required, 1,000 pounds pork is required, and these are the materials which are required to supply the 700 pancakes. Here I brought this because everyone interested to understand and to have, because everyone has the interest towards the food items. That's why I have not brought any things which are manufacturing or product. Here I bring as a eatable item as a product so that students, UG students can relate properly. Then this average time to assemble this breakfast is 60 seconds, and these are the resources which are required to make the pancakes. Then now if we'll move forward, then here manufacturing is what? Cooking. Okay, dear students, dear participants, you can refer here, manufacturing is what? Cooking of that pancakes. Then now what kind of the questions coming in your mind? Can we make equal amount of the pancakes using less number of the resources? Let me discuss further. This is another example. Similarly, that is what a modern cruise ship. This is related to similarly food. Then now, if I talk here, what is the, if you see that, can same number of the cakes with less energy and reduce waste of the supplied? Can we do it? This is a challenging question. If yes, then how? I think some of the answers are coming in your mind. Then what should be the answer of this one? These are some other examples. I will tell you the answer of this one. Can we provide, can we cook, can we make same number of equal demanded number of the pancakes with a less energy and less amount? So these are some examples. You can refer. Question arises whether the manufacturing or service effective can be performed by using less energy and less resources. If yes, then how? What should be the answer of this one? How we can make cooking more effective and less energy consumed? Then answer is what? We'll tell you. You should keep some patience, then I'll give the answer of this one. How I'm relating this conventional thing with the sustainability aspects. Then these are some definitions of the production terminologies. Those who belongs to this category and domain, then they easily understand what is the production. Production is what? Transformation process of inputs. Inputs may be raw material, man, machine, material into the finished goods. Then with the help of the some resources. Simply it can be defined. Transformation process is to be efficient and output if for greater value than the sum of the inputs. Then only you can say that the production is more effective. Then now transformation can be happen in various organization, various places. These are some examples. Transformation, physical transformation is done by the manufacturing industry. Then locational transportation or warehouse transformation, they relocate from here to there. Exchange is retail. Then now green manufacturing. The answer is what? Green manufacturing. How we can make our conventional manufacturing to make it more effective by using different techniques. Then the answer is green manufacturing. This is the simple example of the transformation process. How the inputs are converted into outputs by using different resources, and there is a one loop that is from output to the here that gives the input, so that the regular feedback is essential, so that the process can be improved and output can be achieved in minimum resources. Feedback system plays an important role everywhere. So this is a simple pictorial diagram of the transformation process. I think no need to discuss too much on this. Then there is again one question I paused here, that is can the same product be produced with the less quantity of raw material and energy? This is a very important question. Suppose there is a X company who is producing 10 finished products and consuming, say, for the example, 1000 kilowatt energy. Then now the question, being a production engineer and mechanical engineer or common man, can we do it with the less consumption of the energy? If yes, then how? So always we should think in that direction. Then production and operation management, how these things are differ. Okay, production is related to manufacturing activities and operation is related to the service industry. If you are dealing with the service industry, I think yeah, you must have the idea about the service industry. Suppose if you go to bank and you use the services over there, post office, all these are the called as a service industry, and the activities which are managed and the techniques which are required to manage the service industry falls under the operation management, and the activities for the manufacturing industry where the physical items are being produced, that is called the production management. Then there are the different types of the production system: mass production, batch production, jobs of production. Then here I'll not take you people in a detail. Just I brought this name for you people, so you must be aware about this. And those who are having the background of the production and mechanical engineer, they definitely understand what is the this terminologies. Then now, how you can differentiate production and operation. Production is the transformation process in manufacturing, while operation is the transformation process in services, as I said earlier also. Transformation process is value chain. Both add values to the inputs, whether it is a manufacturing or whether it is a service industry. So these are the basic differences between the production and operations, and both the activities, whether it is belonging to the manufacturing industry or service industry, both the industries are doing something to add in the raw materials or something to add in inputs. Then now, this is a history, how the manufacturing is evolved since 1700. If you see and refer this one, then now you might have also heard about that people are referring the industry 4.0. This is the era of industry 4.0, and how industry 1.0 is started since 1700 year. Then now there is lots of evolvement, and the things, technologies are changed, and now it is a industry 4.0 era, and the most of the people are talking about the sustainability, how the manufacturing can be made more sustainable. Okay, so these are the different advancement during the period of the time, and now the time is for the sustainable manufacturing. How the manufacturing should be sustainable, what techniques, tools, methods can be applied to make the conventional manufacturing more sustainable and green. Then now refer this one. Now here, this is a very wonderful slide. I should say that here I'm going to relate manufacturing with the sustainability. Here you see manufacturing is what? Manufacturing is an important sector, as I said initially, sector of economy versus in different sectors. It contributes a lot for the development of any country. Then now, moving further, this is the advantage of the manufacturing and contribution of the manufacturing, because without manufacturing we cannot assume to have the product, and we need a product for our simple life. For businesses, everywhere we need a product. Then manufacturing plays a crucial role to make a product. Then now there are, on the other hand, there are some negative aspects. What are the negative aspects of this? Global warming, CO2 emission. Next one is the solid waste production, natural resource depletion. Then these are some of the negative aspects. Then how these negative aspects can be mitigated? Because we can't stop the negative aspects of the manufacturing, but how we can reduce, how we can mitigate these negative aspects. Then definitely everyone has to adopt new concept that is called the green manufacturing instead of the conventional manufacturing practices. So this is the definitions which is written over there, what it says about what is called the green manufacturing. Okay, then the answer of to make manufacturing more sustainable, then we should, and the objective is to reduce the negative aspects of the manufacturing. Then how we can, how any manufacturer, how world can do that is, then there the answer is hidden inside the concept, that is a wonderful concept that is called the green manufacturing. Then here you can refer this slide and you can understand Manufacturing has been accountable for over 50% of the solid waste production. Manufacturing consumptions are, companies are responsible for 20.2% of the water removal. Similarly, manufacturing companies are responsible for consuming up to 22.2% of the water, fossil fuel of the earth. Manufacturing industries' energy demand accounts for half of the world's demand of the energy. Energy demand is expected to increase by 40% by 2050. Think about that. If we'll go in a similar pace, what will happen? How we can fulfill the demand of the manufacturing if we'll not shift from current conventional manufacturing to the new concept that is called the green or sustainable manufacturing. So that's why now the demand, every people means world is looking towards that, to converting conventional manufacturing towards green manufacturing. These are the simple, these are the important triggers, you can say that, and these are the very alarming also. You might have seen the news of the Delhi, which kind of the pollution, air pollution is there. Then how? The reason might be some other, but manufacturing also contributes a lot in this way. Then how these issues can be addressed? Then one and one only answer is, that is, people has to shift from conventional to new concept that is called green manufacturing. Then sustainability in manufacturing, how we can say that? How this can be achieved? It is a new paradigm in manufacturing. Sustainability is a very new paradigm in manufacturing. Sustain means maintain or endure. Means whatever we are doing, what we are producing, that should be sustained for longer period of the time. Generation to generation, people can use that thing. It should not be short span life, because resources are required to make. Okay, then sustainability development that meets, as I said, that already I have quoted this example, and this is a very wonderful example. Please refer this example. 1 kg of raw material is equals to 5 gram of this steel in 2021. Suppose let us assume if we use 1 kg of the iron ore and we make 50 grams of the steel in 2021, then similarly down the line in year 2121, same thing will happen. Will it possible? That is the concept of the sustainability. Think about that. After 100 years, will it happen if we'll go in same pace whatever we are doing right now? If we'll not save our mother earth, if we'll not save our natural resources, how it will be happen? That's why the focus is now towards moving from conventional to sustainability. Then now, challenges of the manufacturing. What are the important challenges of the conventional manufacturing? Broadly classified into 3 categories. What are the challenges? Let us understand. What are the economic challenges? Shorter product life cycle. This is one of the important, that's I said and emphasize that the product should be made in such a way, the life cycle of the product should be higher. Means we should no need to change the product in a 1 year or 2 year. Do you know how much energy, how much raw material are required to make that product? Then at the time of design itself, the manufacturing people should consider and to make the product for the longer life. Okay? Technological changes, you might have observed that technologies are changing very fast. Okay, and demand of the products are also very fluctuating. Product varieties, lots of the product varieties are there. Then these are the economic aspects of the manufacturing. Similarly, in other dimensions, we will see about that. Environmental challenges. What are the environmental challenges for the manufacturing company? Climate change, temperature of the earth, greenhouse gases, effective greenhouse gas effect, depletion of the natural resources. These are the important challenges. How the manufacturers should address these kind of the challenges. Because same time, because we need economy, we need environment, and we should also consider social. Aging of the workers. As you know, Japan is the one country which has a oldest population. Now availability of the skilled manpower. non-availability of the skilled manpower. These are the very important challenges, and one of the important challenges which actually basically targets and addressed by the green manufacturing is the environmental aspects. Economic is the very old concept and every business is done for the economy, but green manufacturing is totally focused on to address the environmental challenges of the manufacturing, how we can make it, and societal social aspects is not considered by the here I would like to differentiate between, as I have used many times, green and sustainable manufacturing. So as I said, there are the three dimensions: economic, environmental, and social. Then if we'll consider all three dimensions at one time, then we can say that that is a sustainable manufacturing. And if we consider the economic and environmental at a one time and keeping aside the social aspects, then that is called the green manufacturing. This is the basic difference between the green and sustainable manufacturing. Okay, then I am talking about the green. I will not discuss too much about the social aspects, how we can address the social. That's why I emphasized how the challenges of environmental challenges of the manufacturing can be addressed. Then the answer, definitely somehow green manufacturing concepts, techniques will help you out to address these challenges. Then now moving forward, objective. Let me compare here objective of the traditional manufacturing and objectives of the green manufacturing. What were the objectives of the traditional manufacturing? Just looking of the transformation from productivity perspective. Conversion of raw material to finished good. Productivity should be higher, irrespective of the what resources you are using, what you are eliminating to the environment, what you are releasing, which kind of the gases you are releasing to the environment. That was not considered earlier in the traditional manufacturing. Increase the output of high value added products, high quality products. So these were the some of the objectives, product goods that are needed and wanted. Then now, if you see the objectives of the green and sustainable manufacturing, how, and think about that, how these objectives are different from the conventional manufacturing. Minimize the production of greenhouse gas emission. Think about that. This is one of the prime objective. Global warming impact, how the by the manufacturing activities, how the global warming impact can be reduced. Similarly, maximize the recycling, increase product life cycle. Means we should make a product in such a way so that the parts and products can be utilized various times. We can recycle the parts of the final product and we can use. You might have seen also if you visit the computer shops nowadays, then you might have seen the refurbished product, and the cost of the price of that refurbished product is little bit lower as compared to the finished. Why? Have you given thought on this? Why it is happening? Because that refurbished product is made up of different parts of the earlier version of the final product which were now no use, and that part were extracted and recycled and the refurbished laptop is manufactured. Eliminate, minimize the waste. Less lean approach in the product and process. Lean we'll talk about in our further lectures about the lean manufacturing also. Then conserve raw material, ensure its availability for the future generation. That is very important thing. We should not think about that key, whatever is available for us and we have a limited life, we should exploit and use and leave it. That is our responsibility, being a responsible citizen of any country. We should consider all the availability of natural resources, whatever available to us, we should use very sensibly so that the future generation can also use those natural resources. Then only we can able to move forward towards sustainable development. Minimize energy consumption during production. That is one of the important aspects, how the same product can be made with the help of less energy utilization. Develop product that consumes minimal energy during operation. That is also one of the important objective. You can say that. Then the design itself design people should consider if there is some machine and if the power requirement, how the power requirement to run that machine can be decreased. So that indirectly what will happen, if we reduce the power consumption to run the machine, then definitely less coal is required if we use the thermal power. Similarly, then the exploitation of that coal is less, minimum. In this way we can help out towards moving sustainable development. Then eliminate non-eco-friendly process in manufacturing. That is one of the objective also. The activities which are not eco-friendly, environmental friendly, then manufacturers should consider and remove those kind of the activities. Then now, what is the focus? And gist, what I can say that in summary, traditional manufacturing focuses on the productivity, while on the other hand, green manufacturing focuses on the sustainability. This is the basic difference between both. Then now it's up to you and manufacturer, and there are some compulsory rules also, mandatory rules of the government of India. If I talk about the government of India, every country has some different compulsory rules which manufacturer has to follow nowadays. Without that, they will not get the license to run their business. You might have also seen, there are some examples. If you visited, if you got an opportunity in your life to visit the power plant, then there is a one economizer that is installed on the stack of the power plant. Then it stops the emission of these unwanted particles in the environment. That is a mandatory part. So this is the definition of the green manufacturing, which is given by the US Department of Commerce. It defines the creation of manufactured products that use processes that minimize negative environmental impacts, conserve energy and natural resources, and that are economically sound. Underline three important words. What are the three important here words? Green manufacturing is the creation of manufactured product that use processes that minimize negative environmental impacts, conserve energy and natural resources, and are economically sound. Means these are the broader aspects of the green manufacturing which should be considered. And one another researcher, who is Ten et al., defined GM as an imperative manufacturing strategy for the 21st century, integrating all the issues of manufacturing within the ultimate goal of minimizing environmental impacts and resource consumption. So means here I should say that the total focus of the green manufacturing is to make and convert conventional manufacturing in such a way so that the negative impact of conventional manufacturing can be reduced, and utilization of natural resources can also be reduced, so that manufacturing can help to achieve the sustainable development. I think this is clear to all of you, and these are the some techniques. Here in this particular presentation, I am not going into detail of each and every techniques which are related to the green manufacturing. Just I have brought some of the 6R approach which is given by different people. That is what 6R is. What I think everyone knows about that. 6R is means these are very important: reuse, remanufacture, recycle, redesign. So these are the concepts, and approaching these concepts and implementing these concepts in a conventional manufacturing. And the manufacturing has conventional manufacturing has to shift and make changes in their thought process and to implement these 6R approaches to achieve the green manufacturing in different product life cycle. So this is the picture which relates, and if you'll go in detail, then you'll be able to understand what this picture says about. And in coming sessions, definitely I'll talk about one by one in detail. What are these and how these concepts can help to achieve the sustainability and green manufacturing. So these are the this is the one schematic diagram where you can understand in the entire product life cycle and manufacturing process what you can, where you can apply those concepts what I referred right now, 6R approach. See, for the example, in redesign means there should be your product should be reconsidered and redesigned so that the product has a less environmental impact, less consumption rate, energy consumption rate. Similarly, so you can see it properly, and you can refer where which kind of the concepts can be suitable and how that can be means in negative aspects of the manufacturing can be addressed. Okay, then let's move forward. Then there are some approaches by which you can achieve. One of the approach is what? Energy use reduction. This is a one approach, means manufacturer has this kind of the approach. Whatever, suppose there is a one manufacturing company, right now currently they are using 10,000 kilowatt of the energy, then there should be a thought process how we can reduce and how we can come down from 10,000 to 8,000 kilowatt energy. Okay, and shifting from the non-renewable source of energy to renewable source of energy, that is also very important aspects. You might have seen nowadays people are solar energy, wind energy, they are moving and shifting. Okay, so this is a one, because those are having the less environmental impact. Second approach is what? Waste use reduction. How we can do it? We should implement one approach. Waste use reduction can be achieved by the recycling approach, reduce, and one last one is the reuse. Means we should make our product in such a way so that the wastage should be created very less. And another approach is the emission reduction, how it can be achieved. This can be done through recycling and developing new technologies to stop the pollution. Then emission, everyone should think about that, how we should release less emitted air to the environment so that we can help to keep our our environment very green and healthy. Waste generations reduction, then same here also 6 R may say there are the 4 R's which can help you to reduce the waste generation reduction. Raw material reductions, then again reduce, redesign and remanufacturing can help you out to achieve this approach, raw material reduction. If you are recycling and using the subparts again and again, then definitely the requirement of the virgin material is less. If you apply these approaches, reduce, redesign and remanufacturing. So these are some important approach. Manufacturer can think about these approaches. They might understand the basic how this can be implemented, and implementation part and technology, green manufacturing technology will be discussed later on. Why companies should pursue the green manufacturing? What are the advantages? Yes, that should be the first question. Suppose there is one manufacturer. If I'll ask, now you have to shift from conventional to green manufacturing, then suddenly he'll ask, what are the advantages for me as a manufacturer? Why I should shift? Then first is to increase operational efficiency by reducing cost and waste. Means green manufacturing indirectly helps to reduce the cost and waste, reduce the consumption of the raw material also, to respond to or reach new customers and increase common advantage. You might have seen nowadays there are the products which are coming with the stickers, those are written over there, that is a green product. This is a rating. Then now awareness of the people, stakeholders are very high, then they are demanding more green product. Then in that way also you can think about that and you consider that aspects also. Protect and strengthen the broad brand and reputation of the build publisher. Okay, then in that way also green manufacturing can help you to bring more businesses, because what I heard about that and what I read is that most of the foreign companies just they purchase the products from the companies which have the which companies have the green recognition, because they need the green materials. Without green materials they are not purchasing, especially for the USA and some European countries. Build long-term business visibility and success. This way means suppose you have your image as a green manufacturer, then definitely you will indirectly will have a more number of the businesses and different image as compared to other manufacturer. Respond to the regulatory constraints and opportunities. Yes, there is as I said, there are some regulatory bodies, those they are having some constraint also. Then you have to run the business, you must have to follow those things. Then now my today's presentation is over. Thank you very much for listening very patiently. Thank you one and all.